The skeletal structure, along with the facial features under that linen hood, the fingers and the feet, all the proportions were not just similar to those of a human, they were totally human. The odds against another species developing independently on another planet so many identical features were so remote to make them irrelevant. In this case, it was a human male, about 30 years of age, standing like he belonged on the planet, observing Gaia and waiting to see what would happen next. Cautiously, Gaia raised his empty left hand into the air as a sign of greeting, saw a slow smile creep across the face of his audience member. "Hello, stranger," the person in front of him said in a clipped voice that was devoid of much emotion, so Gaia couldn't make out his intention from the greeting. Not that Gaia was any way prepared to study the vocal patterns of the speaker, since he was still in shock that the voice had been speaking in English. Strangely accented, but without doubt English. Gaia's mouth dropped open for a short while as collecting himself from the shock. It landed on a new planet billions of kilometers from Mars, only to be greeted by a human speaking English. Hello to you," Gaia replied, uncertain whether to take this conversation. At least he hoped he was having a conversation. He went through the three main alternatives to the probability he was having a conversation with a fellow human being. Firstly, he could be hallucinating. Not likely, the images were too real, and he was still thinking logically, just managed to land Calypso safely, not something it would be easy to do whilst hallucinating. Secondly, he could be being hypnotized into thinking he was hearing what he thought was a human. Again, not likely, due to his retention of his mental faculties, he was also aware of things in his peripheral vision, something not usual to people under hypnosis. Thirdly, it could be some form of telepathic suggestion. Gaia didn't think this was possible. He couldn't totally dismiss it. The planet was a mass of contradictions and surprises. No way to prove or even disprove telepathy was being used as a method of communication, nor would it alter how he'd be able to proceed from here. English was one of the two languages commonly used back on Mars, generally reserved for literature, historical information, and scientific purposes. Gaia was, of course, totally fluent in it, yet it seemed to be at a loss of what to say on this occasion. Gaia hadn't been trained what to do when encountering intelligent life on another planet. Communication was not his area of expertise. Still, however uncomfortable he felt social interaction was, he would have to try his best in the current situation. After all, he could have been dealing with a hostile alien race with no mutual method of communication. Oh well, best to start with the basics. "My name is Gaia. What is your name?" "I'm called Scout," replied the other. "I do not know Gaia. What is Gaia?" "Gaia is me. I'm Gaia. I'm probably different from most of the other people you know of."